Hello, my name is Sohn, and this is my Capstone video presentation. Before we hop in, we're going to be switching between a couple different sites today, and if you see my silly little character cursor on screen, I apologize. It's from before summer when school was in session and we were doing virtual teaching, and the character cursor just really helped my students to focus on whatever content I was presenting on screen. So I apologize for the silliness. And before we hop into my capstone project, here is a little bit of a background information about myself. I graduated from Western Kentucky University in 2017 with a bachelor's in music education. And I moved to Sandy Springs, Georgia, and have been working as a part of Fulton County Schools elementary music teachers for the past 4 years. The school that I'm currently in is in Central Fulton and is a Title I school, which I will delve into a little bit within my capstone project. Jumping into the project itself, the title of my project is Interactive Whiteboard Technology in General Music. While the title does specify general music, I do also talk about the involvement of interactive whiteboards and interactive projectors in just elementary school settings as well as other grade levels, in general K through 12 settings. The problem and the need that my project focuses on is that um, while there are, for Fulton County specifically, while there are interactive projectors and interactive whiteboards provided in certain parts of the county, there are not a whole lot of workshops or teacher trainings being done to really maximize the capacities of these technology resources, and therefore teachers are not really able to use them within their lessons, and often actually think that they get in the way of their teaching. So my project delves into the specifications of my current school where the project was executed in, where there's an abundance of shared technology resources. However, it is not a one-to-one school, so students are not able to always have 100% one-on-one access to their own devices. Considering that my school is K through 5 elementary school, I will be focusing on that during my project. While I do also mention other grade levels, the actual practical focus is within a K through 5 classroom. Um, the the interesting part about my project and the way that what it was executed is that I see all students within my school. It's about 700 students between K through 5 grades. So I see 6 grade levels total, and I was able to execute my project for all 6 grade levels, and kind of test and adjust the project based on their specific needs. My school also has an in-school autism unit, and quite a few of our autism students also push into my class, and I was also able to focus on personalized learning and modified learning for those students as well as other students with diverse needs as well. Um, the plan for my project and the implementation, excuse me, was to implement assistive technology as well as interactive technology while using the interactive whiteboard, which was actually interactive projector, as well as the given materials to us from the county for our music education. So within the resources that we received from the county, there were interactive portions. There were CDs and little programs for interactive activities for the students to not only reinforce whatever content they have learned, but also to perform assessments while the students are in a way having fun with the material. While the students were completing these interactive tasks, I was able to perform quick formative assessments, and I was also able to include some of these interactive portions into summative assessments as well. The Capstone experience, as I mentioned, was really focusing on implementing interactive technology within my general music classroom. And that included everything from simple interactive activities where students were able to go up to the interactive whiteboard and click on correct answers, um, all the way to providing assistive technology where students with various needs were able to use the interactive whiteboard as a big touch screen, so they were not just limited to small size tablets or phones or devices. They were actually able to use the full extent of the interactive whiteboard and were able to show me their understanding of the concept in various ways, including not only just touching correct answers on a multiple choice type of activity, but also being able to write or draw out their answers, or express their answers in multiple different ways that included the touch capacity. Um, Going back to our portfolio, this project also focuses on the various different standards that is actually mentioned within my capstone portfolio. Um, Reflecting on it, I have realized that currently there is not a whole lot of workshops or teacher trainings being done for our teachers to be able to fully utilize the interactive touchscreens and interactive projectors that are in their classroom. All of the major classrooms, and by that I mean all the classrooms that are not including resource rooms or closets, actually have touch capability or interactive um, projectors. They have interactive projectors installed, but the case is that not many of the teachers are able to fully use them or just use the touch capability in general because they have not received the training to do so, and they're quite unsure as to how to integrate it within their contents and their lessons. So I was able to provide different programs, and I was able to plan for many in-house workshop sessions that I am going to provide this coming school year for the teachers, so that they can not only practice how to use these touch capabilities, but also integrating, and I will be providing specific examples for them to be able to integrate them into their lessons. As for content specific aspects of this interactive whiteboards, I will also be running a virtual mini workshop session for the elementary music teachers within my county. And we will be able to discuss um, not only the resources that we have from the county that have interactive activities, but also outside resources such as websites and other platforms that have interactive capabilities that we are able to use with our students. Considering that the general music classes within my county are limited to 45 minutes, utilizing the interactive technology will not only help teachers to be able to provide quick assessments of student understanding of content, but also include a really interactive portion to the student learning experience. The students will be able to kind of get away from the moving and the sitting and listening portion of our traditional music classes, and be entertained and be really focused on the lesson through us as teachers, us as music teachers, integrating the technology portion that they already know and are used to from using various uh, technology devices at home and within the school. That being said, they are already really used to using touch screens on their school devices and their devices at homes. So they will be able to use that knowledge that they already have, and be able to participate for the music classes with the interactive whiteboard. Um, including delving a little bit into the adaptive technology and providing personalized learning experiences for the students. Using the interactive whiteboard, will be able to using the interactive whiteboard has helped actually students to be able to be assessed in various ways instead of the traditional pen and paper kind of tests or assessments, and the already diverse methods of assessments that we as music teachers provide, which include movements, vocal answers, and project based learning. Students were also able to show their answers on the through the interactive capability of different platforms and activities. So some students were able to draw out their answers, and some students were able to click on correct answers, and some students were able to add visual elements to their answers and be correctly assessed based on their strengths. And us as teachers were able to provide more ways of diverse assessments for our students. Throughout this capstone project, I was able to work with all 700 of my students in the K through 5 environment, and really have noticed that the lessons became more engaging, and the students were able to be more successful in their assessments and showing of understanding of their content, with the added interactive portion of the lessons. So, needless to say, I will be definitely spearheading some of these in-house workshop sessions for the teachers, as well as other music teachers in my county. Um, all of the uh, resources mentioned within my capstone project is included in my references section. And there have been no specific resources that were used. There were no audio or visual resources that have not been referenced within the reference section, as well as in text. So thank you so much for listening to my capstone presentation, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation of using interactive whiteboard technology within the general music classroom. Thank you so much.